My oldest daughter finally lost her first tooth. She is in second grade. She is, poor girl, on track to have my teeth because I also lost my first tooth in second grade. And we know how the story ends with the canines being pulled at 16. So it was the first missing tooth in our house. The tooth fairy came, very excited. And cuties, if you're listening to this with kids in your car, number one, why? But number two, maybe hit the fast forward button a little. So the tooth fairy came, which, spoiler alert, is me. It was very high stakes. Sneaking into that room, trying to lift a sleeping child off the pillow, taking the tooth, putting in the money, etc., etc. So I took to my stories because I'm like holding this decapitated tooth in my hand. And I'm like, are we supposed to be keeping this? And so I asked other parents what they do with teeth. First of all, I learned in some cultures, people make little gold necklaces out of the teeth. So that's always an option. I did end up throwing it away. But I also got sent links to caboodles for teeth. And then most hauntingly of all, and I will put a picture up on the YouTube, someone sent me a pillow that someone had DIY'd that was a face with little tiny teeth for the child to one day be gifted. So I'm going to put it here. So I just want us all to sit with this image for a little bit.
I want to know what child would want to be gifted this.
Well, many of the people that DM'd me said, throw that shit away. And then they told their own horror stories of the various times, 18th birthdays, graduations, where their parents presented them with their baby teeth.
No.
And they were like, there's no right way to accept a tiny tray or a Ziploc baggie or loose baby teeth from yesteryear.
The only way it would be okay is if it was just in your baby box. Not that caboodle. That's disgusting.
Yeah. And I think that it's just capitalizing off of mom guilt, because if there's a caboodle on Amazon, then you as a mom, and I'm including myself in that, I did look at it and I was like, am I supposed to be doing this? Am I supposed to be keeping a caboodle of teeth? And then I had to look in the mirror and say, you know what? Even if this is what I'm supposed to do, this isn't my journey as a mother.
I love that. Also, it wasn't until you talked about how high stakes doing the Tooth Fairy stuff was that I really realized. I think that was parents asking for it. Like, whatever parent decided to do that, Santa, the Easter Bunny, again, fast forward. Santa, the Easter Bunny, at least they're for major holidays. But you can do it with the child's door shut. You just hide eggs around the house, open presents.
And you say, hey, just to let you know, that weirdo that likes for you to sit on his lap, he's always watching. He's watching you. And if you're not asleep, he's not coming.
Yes. But this one, you do have to go under the child's head and then do a switcheroo. It's not like you can just grab the tooth. You need to grab the tooth and switch it out with something else, like fucking Indiana Jones.
Well, also, you know my oldest daughter. So it wasn't just the tooth. It was a drawing of the Tooth Fairy. It was a list of questions. So it was also like loose paper underneath. So I did write her a letter back because my oldest daughter was very curious about, what are you going to do with my tooth? Which I think is a fair question.
Yeah.
And I value critical thinking in our house.
Yes.
So I was like, that is an important question. What are you doing with my tooth? So we said that Tootie the Tooth Fairy came. Tootie the Tooth Fairy couldn't fit the drawings in her purse, but she did think that this tooth was the perfect tooth to make an earring out of.